back to Comic Beyond. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Ghostbusters #1 from IDW. And also, I wanted to do this episode because tonight I'm actually going to be going to see Ghostbusters Afterlife. It drops today. So I've been really excited for the movie, and I'm going to talk about the movie after I talk about the book for a little bit, or at least my thoughts on Ghostbusters. And so, to get into the book, this is put out by the minds at IDW, the same people that put out the current Ninja Turtle book, which is really good. So, what I've read of the Ghostbusters from IDW, it has been good, and it's in continuity with the first two movies, which is really cool. So, in this issue, there's a lot of reference to the original movie. So, in this, it starts off, Ray starts having dreams. And one of my favorite things about this issue is, in real life, forget his name, but so Belushi, John Belushi from Blues Brothers, Animal House, SNL, he was good friends with Dan Aykroyd, and so they worked on a lot of projects together. Well, unfortunately, Belushi passed away, and originally he had a role. I think he was going to play Venkman in Ghostbusters before Bill Murray got a hold of it. And so they pay a little bit of tribute to Belushi in this, because in Ray's dreams that he has, Belushi's in his dreams, but he's dressed like the character from the Blues Brothers. And so he's kind of like his guide every time he has one of these lucid dreams. So that's one of my favorite things about this, is that tribute, because I think that's really awesome. Because if you're a fan of his, or in real life Belushi and all that stuff, you know where this reference comes from. So it's it's an important reference for people and fans. But the story is, there's another entity that has to do with Gozer. Gozer was the main bad for the original Ghostbuster. That's who they were trying to bring back at the end of the movie with Dana's apartment building. So they're trying to do the same thing. The Destructor, which was in the movie, Ray's imagination brings back the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and that's what's supposed to meant to destroy the world and bring the apocalypse. And it was like the most innocent thing Ray says he could have thought of. So and we all love the Stay Puft Man. So, in this, they even draw a reference to that, because at the end of the book, they're almost in the same type of scenario, but Ray gets taken by this entity because they want to use him again to kind of try again to bring the Destructor. And again, he has his dream, and the Belushi Blues brother tells him, he's like, dude, you got like a few minutes, but you gotta figure out what you're gonna summon. That way you're not having the same problem. Well, that's Ray's plan. He's like, well, I'll just do the same thing again. So he summons the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And he's like, we defeated him once, we can do it again, which they do. In the same fashion as the movie. Like, they hit him with they cross the streams, and he explodes. And just like the movie, marshmallow all over the streets. And so it's a fun book. It was a good issue. It's pretty wordy, but it's a good length. It's not overly long. You can read it within a couple minutes, probably. And so the book was good, and I really wanted to do another Ghostbuster issue I liked. It was actually Thanksgiving themed, but for some reason I couldn't find that issue. So I went ahead and covered this one by itself. But it's a good read, and if you like Ghostbusters and you want to learn some more about them and stuff like that, definitely check out the IDW stuff, because they're just as fun as what this issue is. And you can get them in I think they just in the past few years put out a paperback collection of the IDW stuff, so you'd probably want to check them out. But that's basically the story. It harkens back to the first movie, and there's a lot of references and stuff like that. My only nitpick, they made Venkman very mouthy, but not in the fun way, just almost more in like a cartoony, annoying way. But other than that, I didn't have a problem with it. I enjoy it. I love Ghostbusters. It's one of the movies I grew up with as a kid, Ghostbusters 1 and 2. So segueing into that, that's why I'm excited to see this movie. Not so much just because it's another Ghostbuster movie, but this is probably going to be the last time I get to see the original Ghostbusters in a Ghostbusters movie. Unfortunately, we ain't going to have Egon. I feel like we will in some form or fashion. But you still got, Bill Murray's character, Dan Aykroyd, and Ernie Hudson. And so that's cool. And one of my favorite things about Ghostbusters, the original 2 movies, is the chemistry that those 3 guys had. And then in the movie you have Winston join the group, and then he adds to the chemistry. Just so seeing those guys interact and the friendship and all that stuff, that's my favorite part about Ghostbusters. But seeing them do the ghost stuff and like the horror comedy stuff, that's a plus, but I just love seeing the chemistry. That's my favorite thing about Ghostbusters. So I hope we see a little bit of that in this movie. But the fact that they're coming back, and some of the other characters I think are coming back, that's what I'm most looking forward to. So I wanted to do a Ghostbusters theme episode. I had I had the issue, so I just went ahead and decided that's what I wanted to cover. So, gonna go see Ghostbusters Afterlife tonight. I really have high expectations. I hope it's good. So, that being said, hopefully I'm not setting myself up for disappointment. But I'm going in with good intentions. So, that's gonna be this episode. I hope you guys go see the movie and you enjoy it. Check this comic out if you can find it. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.